Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. We have the Canal Toys Studio Creator Video Maker green screen kit. Well, in my case, it's not the whole kit. I bought this sucker at Value Village yesterday for $5. No box, no green screen, just the main unit with the tripod and everything. So it's got everything except for the green screen in the box. So hey, besides, what do I care about the green screen? For what I'm going to end up using this thing for, I figure, hey, I don't need the green screen kit anyways, and besides, I had not really even thought about these things. I've seen them on movies, right? I mean, we watched Resident Alien, and, they had, an episode where they're using one of these things with an iPad type of thing, right? Shooting videos and, doing their green screen stuff or whatever. Anyway, they're really neat units, and you really do need extra lighting on cameras anyways, depending on your current lighting situation, right? And all cameras are subject to light. The better the light and properly focused light, of course, the better the quality your picture is going to turn out, whether it's 720p, 1080, or 4K or 8K or whatever you're shooting, right? So I got to thinking, I saw this for $5 and I'm like, well, it gives me a review, especially if I find out who the heck makes it. And it turns out it does actually say Canal Toys on the sticker on the back, and I'm thinking, okay, but is that made by Newer? Is it made, who knows, right? So then I just did a Google search, Canal Toys, LED, and boom, it comes up on Amazon. Here we go, we've got it. So the link is in the description below, so do check it out. My main concern of this video is actually showing you the light more than anything, but I will actually show you the control module. And let's see if I can pull this back actually a little bit more, because it's really not that important that you see me in the camera on my phone anyhow. But yeah, I'm shooting this video too in 4K on the DSLR, so it kind of zooms things in a lot closer even though I'm not even zoomed in. It's like, man, really? Anyhow, get more detail at 1080, but I wanted 4K, and I'm sure you guys appreciate 4K too. So let's turn this thing on. Now, we do only have, there's two kits available. They're both the exact same kit, except the other kit has 8 additional LED colors, like your blues and purples and reds and all that, right? And you have the same features on each control panel, where you just keep clicking the button positive or negative for up to 10 dimmable settings, plus or minus, or you can just push and hold the button and just let it do its own thing till you're happy. Then you have another button here for the mode. So turning the power on. Now when the power is off, if you still have it plugged into a wall art, or probably even a USB power bank, at least until it goes to sleep, you'll see a blue LED lit. Now that's your power button on this thing. So when you turn it on, that is no longer lit up, okay? Now to change the modes, now I do have this set at the brightest setting, you just touch the mode button and you change to this kind of a little bit cooler lighting, and then of course you've got this kind of a coolness down. And it is blinding my DSLR camera, but at least you get a really good view at the light this way. No, I did not turn the lights off in my room. Watch, see? Watch this. Wow! LED lighting wreaks havoc on cameras when it's direct at the lens, right? This is why, when you're setting up your lighting with even studio lights, you don't want anything direct at the camera itself, because that just blinds it. But anyways, so with that being said, let's go back here and let's do the whole dim thing here for you. So push and hold on minus will dim this thing down. Okay, now that's the lowest possible setting. Then we can go either up or down, just in stages, right? Type of thing, to get our desired brightness. Because sometimes when something's too bright, it kind of blinds your eyes and you lose focus and attention to what you're doing, right? So yeah, that works perfect. I had no idea until I paid for this thing and got out to my car, plugged it in my USB port in my car, and it's like, hey, everything works on the light. Sweet, I got a good deal for $5. Yeah! So check out your local Value Villages, you never know, or recycle places that you have. Now, according to the box contents, it only includes, of course, the light with the 3 modes for this one. The other one is 8 extras. You're going to get the tripod, which is an all-metal tripod, with the exception of this collar here is plastic, but it's pretty tough and durable, and you do have to snug it up quite snugly, same as you'll have the same type of a collar on the back of the phone mount to change its angle. So you can turn your phone too from landscape mode to portrait mode. You can do that. And then you've got the flexible gooseneck here. But when you loosen this neck, the whole main unit can move and twist in pretty much any direction, right? So that's also fantastic. You loosen off the collar here, and then you can raise the sucker right up to its highest level. Now it's only one stage, so if you are hoping to use this as a floor tripod and extending it way up so you can stand up, it's not going to work in that manner too easily, but I can get at least this much of me in the shot. Now if I move back, of course, it is still on the table, but if I wanted to alter my angle, and you see a lot of my ceiling, I guess I could put it on the floor for that. You're going to see a lot of my ceiling in the picture, you know, type of thing. But, you know, just standing up here, it's on my table, it's fully extended, and I'm still completely everything in frame, nothing getting cut off here. So it has a lot of usability to it. I know you really couldn't see that too well, so let me just try and change the angle here of my camera so you can actually, there we go. So you can kind of see what's going on here. Hey, there you go, type of thing. So let's bring that back to as much aligned as we can get her here. But yeah, I think it's a very usable device. Now, I had never really considered these things. I thought, when I saw one of these things on Resident Alien show with the iPad thing, I thought, well, for an iPad, definitely this could be something usable. But I never really looked in further to them. Because there are literally hundreds and hundreds of choices from multitudes of brands all across Amazon. I had Yamaha in my brain. I don't know why. Maybe because I got 2 Yamaha guitars now. You know, when I'm looking on Amazon, I'm like, oh man, even finding this one, I didn't even think at first. Let's just search Canal Toys. And I thought, wait a minute, I'm not finding anything here. I found one by Newer that was virtually identical, except it had a round base. And it's like, that doesn't help us out for giving people a link. So Google search, Canal Toys, LED light, boom, Amazon comes up with a link in the search, and voila, we got the exact same thing, right? It's like, that's perfect. Now, age recommendation on this thing on the box, they say is from 8+. Because, you know, girls might like it for doing their makeup in their selfie pictures or whatever, or the 2 girls will get together, you know, or 5 or 6 of them have a big pajama party and they want to do selfie videos, whatever, I don't know. Kids are kids, right? But yeah, you can go out into the beach and use this thing. Even if you're not using the light on the beach because it's daylight, you can use this thing and mount it as a selfie mount. It works fantastic for that purpose, right? So there's a lot of different purposes that you can actually use this for. Now, there's 997 ratings on Amazon.ca, because I'm Canadian, obviously. Now, this is sold by and shipped by Amazon.ca when you're buying it from Amazon.ca. You can more than likely get this thing off Amazon.com too. I see no reason why not. Anyhow, $37.99. Now, I think that for what we're getting here in total, yeah, I think that's a good fair price, even though it only has 3 modes. Now, they do want $59.99 if you want the exact same thing, but with 8 extra color modes. That, I think, is a little bit much, okay? I would be fine at $47.99, you know, so an extra $10 more to get the additional first 3 modes and then your additional 8. I think that would be more reasonable, but not $60. I would not pay $59.99. But if you really want it that bad, you're going to pay the price, because you can't plea bargain price on Amazon, okay? It just doesn't work for you, right? But this company also only makes 2 kits. That's it. That's all they do. And they're both 8-inch rings. So it will fit a variety of smartphones. Now, I have an iPhone 6S, I have an iPhone 12 mini, and perfect. And I still have lots of extra space left for even a slightly larger phone. So, you know, like a 7 Plus or an 8 Plus, you know, they're a little bit bigger screens, 10XR type of thing for the Apple stuff. I'm a bit of an Apple freak, so I only talk about Apple phones. But it'll fit a majority of your LG, Samsung, or whatever phones you happen to have. And like I said, they do make ring kits even for iPads and tablets, but Canal Toys only does the phone thing, and they only have the 2 kits to choose from. So And if you don't really think you're going to need the extra colors, other than these 3 basics, then why even bother going to the extra colors, right? But if it's something you think you might use in the future, well, then you might want to buy the kit with all of the modes in it already. So kind of makes sense. But they don't give you a wall art, so you are going to have to buy your own wall art to USB adapter, or buy a USB charge bank that's at least 2,500 milliamps, so you can get quite a bit of runtime. And you can even get those charge banks for a couple of bucks over at the dollar store too. So anyways, and we were in the dollar store yesterday too. As a little side note, we saw Tech One actually makes one of these kits, and I thought, okay, I think we're going to check one out. So after my student leaves today from his guitar lesson, we're going to head into North Bay, and I'm going to get the Tech One version, and we're going to check that one out on the channel for you guys too. Because hey, for $4, why not? It's worth a shot. You never know. Because I have had some good luck with Tech One products from the dollar store, and they've been really good so far. So we'll see what the Tech One is like. Now, it doesn't have a tall tripod. It's just got like this little short tabletop thing. So we'll see, you know, does this have any real benefits to it too, right? I love technology stuff. I have way too much of it, I think, that I'm not actually even using right now, but I know I will use it eventually, so it doesn't hurt to collect some stuff in my case. But I love tech, and I think that this is, you know, good stuff, right? And I like, you know, just the simple fact alone, I can get more lighting out of my camera, just boom, and it brightens everything up. It removes more grain out of my picture, gives me more, you know, just the lighting effect that I need. You know, if I find that's too bright, I can just dim it down to just where I need it. That is fantastic. And even with the lights out in here, I can do the same thing and still have a really good picture. And the funny thing that, you know, I've never used one of these things before, right? So the funny thing I find is the lighting is in behind, yet my camera is facing in front of me. My camera has no way of light accent that way. So the light, the way it hits and wraps around in behind your phone and out forward, is really cool how the tech works that way. I think that is freaking sweet. So anyways, knowing what I know now about this particular kit at least, if I was looking for an inexpensive kit, which $37 is pretty inexpensive, like I said, I don't care about the green screen itself. I'm actually working on trying to get a large green screen set up in this room. You know, because the one that comes with it's apparently not all that huge, but it should be just big enough to do you for your video. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I don't really need the green screen, so I don't really care about that. But knowing what I know now, I would go after the $37.99 one, because I know, for one, I likely won't use the other colors in the LED ring. So for me, it's kind of not worth going to that one myself. You, maybe. Me, no. And besides, I have a lot of studio lighting that's also LED, and I have color filters already for all those colors, so to me it's kind of like no big deal. And because I have multiple lights, I can set up whatever I want, right? So, but for something like this, for the main use and purpose that I think that it's best suited for, I think that for me this thing is going to work out pretty good for some future videos, for shooting on the phone instead of just setting up all my DSLR gear every time. You know, because sometimes it can be a hassle. I just want to do a quick video for you guys, and something just right up there. And this is even great for doing a lot of different types of review videos too. So I think that would be very ideal for me to use something like this, right? And that's pretty cool. Anyhow, that's what I got for you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do check the video description box below, because that's where the Amazon.ca link is going to be for this. And if you just want to click between the two of them, both of them are on the same page, so you can either get the Creator 1, which is this one with the 3 modes, or you can click on Creator 2, which has the additional 8 color modes. Everything else in the kits are the same though. There's no other differences. That's it. Just you get 8 extra colors, and they want $60 as opposed to $37.99 for the basic 3. So you got to kind of decide for yourself which one you really need. And like I said, think about the future. You know, would you need those extra colors above, or are you just going to be fine with just the 3 that this one has? Okay, now the control thing, let me just duck under here and unplug this thing. Our control box is this. And that's what kind of got me about the Tech 1, because the Tech 1, according to the outside of the box at least, is the same identical control module. And that's where I thought, well, you know, Canal Toys, maybe that's part of the Tech 1 thing. But it may or may not be. We'll find out, because we're going to go buy one today. I'm kind of curious. But either way, I would recommend this, yes. But I would put it at a 4 out of 5, not a 4.5. Because like I said, my only nitpick is just this collar here. I think the collar itself should have been metal. I'm fine with the plastic ball, but the collar and the little squeezers, that should have, I think in my opinion, been metal, because you do have to put it quite snug so that nothing moves, right? So you got to be careful you don't over torque stuff or you're just going to break stuff, right? But if you want it to last for years, figure out the snugness amount you're going to need in little stages till that thing just doesn't move. It stays solid where you need it. Then you know how snug to make it, and it will last you for years, no problems. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching, guys, and stopping in. We'll definitely see you on the next one. I'm going to say ciao with my camera here so you can actually see me wave at you. See ya.